Hey everybody, it's Miss Beck here with another Art Smart Challenge. We're going to do a little bit different today. And actually going forward, we'll have different challenges each day. And so we want to get started today, well, or continuing today with animal theme. We were doing the animal theme this past week with pet portraits or stuffed animals or your favorite animal. We're going to continue with animals over the next several days. And I'm going to be using the source I've already told you about before, Muffalo Potato on YouTube. Love his channel because he is using letters and numbers to draw all of his animals and other objects that he draws. So, what I know in kindergarten, we talk about letters and numbers a lot every day. But in art class, we also talked about lines. And we learned that lines start as a tiny little dot. And then they turn into whatever kind of line you need. Straight lines, bumpy lines, zigzags, curvy lines, curly cues. You remember all those lines that we were doing? And we know that lines make all of our letters, numbers, and shapes. So we will be working with lines in this project and going forward, okay? And we're going to draw Max, the dog from Secret Life of Pets. How many of you have seen that movie? It's a great movie, right? So we're going to work on drawing him using the letters and numbers. I'm going to get my camera turned around so you could see the board and follow along. And if you don't get every step now, you can always rewatch this video and try again. Okay, so hold on just a moment while I turn my camera around. All right, so there's a picture of Max. So this is what we're going to work on drawing today. So I'm going to move this off the board, and I'm going to be telling you each letter or number to draw, and you can follow along. Okay, so to make Max's head, the first step is we're going to start with the letter U. So U, like this. What kind of line is that? Is that a curvy line? All right, let me move it over just a little bit so you can see everything. All right, so we have the big U for his face, and then we want to draw two little U's up on the side a little higher. Guess what these are going to be? It's going to be his ears. And the next step is drawing the section for where his eyes are going to go. He needs that patch. So we're going to draw using straight lines the letter L. And now our next step is making his eyes. What letter or number do you think, or shape even, letter or number could we use to make those eyes? How about an O? Or it looks like a 0, right? A round curving line. We also want to put the inside in. So we're going to do little O's. And you could go ahead, you could color those in now or later. Okay, so we have his eyes. Well, he needs to be able to smell. So what are we going to give him to smell? A nose. So we're going to start with a lowercase n. So a hump, a bump, right? That's part of a bumpy line. But we also want to add two tiny little n's inside this n for his nose. Okay, we want to next work on his collar. The collar goes around his neck, right? We're going to do a U, but it's going to kind of stretch out long. Not like his face was the U, but just kind of a long U that way. And now we want to start his body, his legs. We're going to use 3 different letters for this. Let's see if you can tell me what letter this is. Can you tell me what letter that is? Okay, a D. Yes, that's a D. Straight line down and the curvy line to make your circle on this side of the line. Now we want to do, I'm going to let you guess. What letter is this? A B. Yes, a straight line down and a curved line, the circle on the right side. And then in between these two, we want to do a capital A, like a mountain, and then the line across. This is going to be separating his legs, this part. Okay, now it's time to add his paws to the legs. We're going to use a bumpy line, bump, bump, for a letter M, and another bump, bump for a letter M. And then we want to do 2 little ones, bump, 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 bump. So now he'll have 4 paws because he has 4 legs. At this time, we're going to close up some of these shapes. So depending on which way you would turn your paper, it would be the letter L or the letter or the number 1. But I'm not going to turn it right here on the camera. I'm just going to put straight lines on the bottom of each of his paws. I'm going to do a straight line on the bottom of his nose. I'm going to do a straight line across the top of each ear, and then also across the top of the head. See how the ears still sit up a little bit higher, right? Everybody seeing that okay? And now we want to add, he needs some eyebrows. What kind of line, what kind of shape? We're going to do a curvy line, or it would be like a letter C if you turned your paper sideways, or even an N looking at it that way. And we want to give him a tag for his collar. So we're going to do a letter W, if I'm looking at from my view here, and then an M. Okay, or it might look like a number 3 to you. See how they're opposites facing each other there? And then straight lines across for like the number 11. And then a circle for the ring for his tag. And there we have Max. But you know what I think he needs? I'm going to give him a little mouth. Okay? There, he has a mouth. So if you've got all of that drawn, then you could add some other details like the grass. I'll put this finished one back up here. The grass, the sun. Maybe you want to draw his doghouse, or some other things that he might be playing with out in the yard, or maybe he's inside the house. I'll let you decide. Okay, so work on this project if you can. Draw some little dogs, some big dogs. Completely up to you. I would love to see your work, so if you can send it to me, you'll need to go into your dojo class account and then just find my name and send that to me in a message. I would love to see your artwork. Thanks so much for being with me today. Love you. Bye.